everyone, I'm Sandy and this is Creative Discovery in PaintJob Pro. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, please subscribe by clicking in the link in the bottom right hand corner. For today I have another intermediate level tutorial, and again there are no plugins used for this tutorial. There are some supplies and the link is in the description box below to grab those, so pop on over to the website and grab them and place them in the appropriate folders. Now don't forget at the end, if you've enjoyed this video, to please give it a thumbs up. Also leave me a comment in the description box below. Now if you find these tutorials and Tuesday tips helpful, you might want to check out our course that we have over on the website. Now in this course there are over 150 tutorials and these cover all of the tools in PaintJob Pro. So don't forget to click on the link below just to check it out. It may be exactly what you're looking for to learn this program from the ground up. Okay, we'll have fun with this tutorial, and if you're in the Facebook group, please post your results over there. I would love to see them. Here is a little preview of what we are going to be making in this tutorial. If you are doing this tutorial exactly as I have, you will have this butterfly image from Pixabay. I have duplicated this. I'm not going to resize it, it's not necessary. You will also have this butterfly PSP image. Minimize that for the moment. There is also a mask which you need to place in your masks folder. There is also a font, so place that where you keep your fonts, and there is also a gold pattern. This is actually the gold pattern. It's called Gold Grad 1, so put that in your patterns folder. First thing we do now is open a new transparent image, 600 by 450. Now we need to choose a dark color from this image. I have chosen a blue and the color is 1C4973. Now load that gold pattern into your background box, and the angle is 0 and the scale is 250. Let's come back to our transparent image. You're going to select all. Now I have icons for everything, and I will give you alternatives for that if you don't have them. So select all, or Control A. Then you're going to contract that selection by 8 pixels. So place 8 in there. If you don't have that icon, you need to go to Selections, Modify, Contract. Then we are going to flood fill that selection with the gold. So if you press F on your keyboard, it will bring up your flood fill tool, and right click for the background. We're now going to contract. Now that was Selections, Modify, Contract by 3 pixels, and you can hit the OK, or you can hit the Enter key on your keyboard. Then you're going to hit the Delete key on your keyboard, and then you'll have a nice thin border left. We're going to repeat all of that, so that was contract the selection by 8. So change the 3 to an 8, hit the Enter key, flood fill, right click, contract by 3 again, and delete. Now you can Control D to deselect. Now we're going to apply a drop shadow. Drop shadow is Effects 3D Drop Shadow. Now I have a preset here I'm using, which is vertical 1, horizontal 1, opacity 100, blur 2, color black, and hit OK. Now select all again, which was Control A, and again we're going to contract by 22 pixels. Now the 22 is the total number of all of the borders plus the little gaps in between, so that will bring us to there. Now we're going to add a new raster layer. Go over and copy this butterfly image, Control C, and right click on the top of this image and paste into selection. Right click on your raster 2, open the properties box and lower the opacity to 50 and hit your Enter key. Now we're going to add another new raster layer. Don't deselect this yet, keep it as it is. We are going to flood fill this new layer with the blue or whatever color you opted to go for. Now we're going to go to Load Mask from Disk. If you don't have that icon, you need to go to Layers, load save mask and from disk. Now you're going to search for the mask that I gave you, which was called Shalimar Mask 84, and you're going to have source luminance, fit to canvas, the invert transparency will not be ticked, and hide all mask, and click load. We are going to merge that layer group. Now before we deselect, we're going to put an effect on this mask. So go to Effects, Art Media Effects, and Pencil. Now the settings are going to be luminance -149. Now because we have to put a number in the blur, and I really don't want any, we have to put a 1 in there. Then the color, this is the blue or the color that you chose earlier. So right click there, and then I have it in here. The intensity is 100, and then click OK. Now we can deselect, which is Control D. Now we can minimize that image, we're finished with it, but bring up your little butterflies. Now choose one to copy and paste on your image. I have chosen Raster 9, and I'm going to just drag it onto the image as per our tip on Tuesday. Now I'm going to apply a drop shadow to that, and it will be the same one I used on the borders. So click OK. Now you can position that butterfly wherever you wish. I'm actually going to flip him around, face the other way, and place it over here. I'm also going to use this little one here, so I'm going to drag that onto the image as well. Also apply the drop shadow. I'm also going to flip it to face the other way. I still have my move tool activated, and I'm going to place it down here. Now activate your text tool, and the settings we're using is the font is Belladonna. I already have this activated in my font base. I'm going to use the size of 150 pixels. None of these font styles are selected. I'm going to place it in the center. Going to have the direction, the text flow going this way. The stroke width is 0, so the stroke color doesn't really matter, but because I want my text to be blue, I'm going to have to change them over here. So the blue will now be in the font color, and this is probably the gold. Now I'm creating this as vector text, and click somewhere on your image, type your text, click the tick. Now we're going to grab the center and move it down so that my name sits on that line there, and I'm just going to stretch it a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm actually going to align it in the center of my canvas, so I have a little icon for that. If you don't, go to Objects, Align. It will be the horizontal center in canvas. Now we're going to apply an inner bevel. So inner bevel, or you need to go Effects, 3D, inner bevel, and you will have to change this to a raster layer. Now the settings I have used for this is bevel number 2, width of 5, smoothness of 5, depth of 2, the ambience is -15, the shininess is 40, the color is white, the angle is 315, the intensity is 30, and the elevation is 50. Then click OK. Then we're going to apply a drop shadow. So the drop shadow will be 3 in the vertical and horizontal. The opacity is 60, the blur is 0, and the color is white. So the white, right click to get that one, and click OK. We're going to reapply another drop shadow. We are going to change the vertical to 6 and the horizontal to 6, and we are going to change the color to the blue, and click OK. Then we are finished. Now merge it all together, all the layers, and then you will get that little white border around the edge, so your gold borders will pop out. We are done. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and remember, if you're in the Facebook group, post your results over there. Also, don't forget to check out our course over on the website. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I will see you next week for another Tuesday tip and another tutorial. So bye for now.